The worst thing that you can do right now is to constantly text them and call him, okay? Because if you do this, you're just gonna agitate the situation and make it even worse, okay? So if he just simply just walked out on you, just take it easy, take a deep breath.
Innocent
Hello everyone, this is Geoffrey. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to another episode of Innocent Love. Today we're going to be talking about a subject which is called He Just Left Me, What Should I Do? That's the topic. Just to define what it is basically you're in a relationship, whether it's you're married or whether you're engaged or whether you just have you have a regular relationship. This is basically when your boyfriend, this is a topic that is just for the females, this one in particular right now. But basically your boyfriend, your husband, or your fiance, he just walked out, you had a very bad argument, and now he walked out on you because he's very upset, or maybe because he broke up with you. Whatever the reason is, he just walked out, and it literally just happened. Okay? What should you do? How should you look at the situation? And what should you do next? Okay? This is my advice that I want to give you, particularly to a female, okay? Let's say, for example, you had a very horrible fight, okay? You were arguing, you were screaming at each other, and he's very upset, and he just literally walked out, okay? Don't panic, okay? Females, do not panic. Sometimes when a man walks out because he's very upset, it's because he just needs to have a little time by himself. Maybe he needs to go and just get it out of himself. Maybe he needs to talk with some friends. Maybe he just wants to hang out with his friends for a while. He needs a little bit of time to calm down, and because if he just walked out on you, maybe he wasn't physical or anything like that. For those who are physical, that's a different story, but maybe he just yelled at you, he screamed, maybe you screamed at him, and he just simply just walked out on you. Don't do anything radical, okay? Don't go on a text messaging spree and text him the whole time or call him the whole time. Just give him some time, okay? If he just literally just walked out of his emotions, he was very angry. He didn't take any clothes, any stuff with him. He just literally walked out, maybe grabbed his car keys. Then that he just simply just wants to just walk out. He just needs some time. He just wants to walk out and just spend a little time, maybe just kind of like, have a little breather. Give him some time. Okay? The worst thing that you can do right now is to constantly text him and call him, okay? Because if you do this, you're just gonna agitate the situation and make it even worse, okay? So if he just simply just walked out on you, just take it easy, take a deep breath, maybe call one of your friends, but don't say anything negative, just talk, just say what happened so it makes you feel a little better. Definitely pray about it. And just wait, because usually he will come back like an hour later, maybe 2 hours later. He'll come back and he's like much calmer. Okay? Now, this is the thing. When he comes back and he's much calmer, don't be agitating it again and, start talking about the issue all over again. Just kind of like let it sit and let it rest. Because what happens is that when he comes back, he's going to be in a much calmer state, which means he's going to be much more receptive towards you and more reasonable towards you, okay? So he may even come back and he apologize. Maybe he just needed some time to think what he just said to you. Maybe it was something that was not really fair to you as a female. And now that he's going out, guess what? He has his mind all by himself. So he just maybe gonna realize, man, I did something wrong. I said something wrong. I shouldn't have done that to you. And he's coming back and he's gonna be very reasonable. Maybe wait before you start talking to him. When he comes back, he may just start talking about himself and say, hey, you know what? what I did was not right. I thought about it and I'm sorry. And if he's really sincere about that, then I would personally recommend, and like I said again, it depends upon what it was, because everybody has a different story about why they're fighting. But if he comes back to you and he's really like, I'm sorry about that, then just take it as it is and say, okay, I'm sorry too, and just let it be, okay? Don't be going any deeper with this, okay? Because it's going to create more agitation, and can lead to something even worse. You know what I mean? Now, on the other hand, really quickly, if your partner walks out because he literally wants to, for example, he wants to divorce you. He grabbed all of his clothes and he grabbed all of his things and whatever, Now remember, if this happens right at the moment, you had an argument, you had a fight, and he just grabs his stuff and he just takes some clothes with him and he walks away because he wants to have a divorce, or he wants to never see you again, or he wants to break up with you, okay? Even then, wait, because sometimes a person just acts out of his emotions, When you guys are arguing, your mind is all clouded and cluttered and stuff like that, and you don't have any rational decisions going on right now. Even though he takes all of his stuff and takes it with him, believe it or not, this also may only be temporarily. He does it out of his emotions. He doesn't see the whole picture. And guess what? After a couple of hours or maybe a couple of days, he'll come back with all of his stuff and say, you know what? I think I made a terrible mistake and I'm sorry. Can I come back? Believe it. Believe me. Okay? So usually when people make up their mind with a divorce or anything like that similar, it is usually a long process that takes place inside of that person, and usually those things don't just happen from one day to the next, okay? So when people walk out on you right away, just take it with a grain of salt, wait, be patient, don't panic, okay? And maybe talk to a friend, pray. If you have a church, talk to your pastor, get some advice from some Christian people, anything like that, okay? But don't panic, okay? Usually those things are only temporarily and the person will come back, okay? However, if the person really made up his mind and he will not come back at all, guess what? This is going to be for another video that I'll be talking about, okay? This is just what you should do if the person just left you, okay? So anyway, that's my message today. I may have a second part based on this one that I can go a little deeper about if a person leaves you on a more permanent basis of what you should do after that. Usually if it's like a more permanent basis, it's basically if the person leaves you and he's gone for a couple of weeks now, maybe already like a month or two, and he's not having any signs of coming back, anything like that. But that's going to be a subject for another video, and I may talk about that next week. All right? So with that said, guys, I hope that you like it and appreciate it. That would mean a lot to me. And I would also appreciate if you share with other people. Let them know about this. Let them know about Innocent Love. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.